Good morning. It's Tuesday. Oh, little tired. But when am I not on a Tuesday? Ugh. Oh. Currently 7 a.m. over here. Ugh. Trying to wake up. I didn't stay up really late, but I still feel tired. But I got my coffee, so thinking about possibly working on a base or two, maybe, because we've still got that giant destroyer to make. Giant ass destroyer that we got sitting out in front here. I just feel like I need to. Okay, back on there. Just feel like I need to get my base situation figured out. And mostly because I want to be able to start making things like a docking area and stuff like that. That's the progress we've made so far. We've nearly gotten the top part made. Then we have to figure out the bottom part of the space of our giant destroyer. That's what I'm gonna do here, though. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna make the base block. I'm thinking about probably making it in several different pieces, close together. Yeah, let's make it into. I'm gonna make this base into 4 different pieces, mostly so that I can have several different solar arrays controlling certain things. I feel like I want to make this thing a little bit more organized rather than what we have right now. So I'm thinking probably living quarters. So one's going to be a living quarters, one is going to be construction, one's going to be first aid, and another is going to be probably a foundry. Kind of go like RTS style, where you have different buildings, completely separate sections that all do something different. Yeah. You put them somewhere relatively out of the way. And what I'll probably also do is interconnect them. Well, try to make them look like they're connected, but they're going to be separate modules. We'll do this real quick. Probably do something like this. Just real quick. Here. Create one base. One base. I'm gonna try and make these things look interesting. I need to figure out how the best hide the power generator on your base. No shit. Do this real quick. There. Okay, so this far, this far, this far. Oh shoot. I just want to be able to have I just want to have a base that I can move around in a little bit more. A little bit easier to move around in. How many? 4 on that side. 2, 3. Okay, so thinking probably center structure is going to be something like this. Just need to figure out how to best do this here. I need to figure out how there's a way I can make it look like it's made of a cylinder. So I'm trying to figure that out right now. We do something like this. Like that, yeah. This. Then we do that real quick. We do this. And that. Probably do that instead, real quick. This. Yeah, that will go over well. Okay, let me do this real quick. We do this. And that. And this. And that. That. This. And then that. Ah. No, it's more of an oval. The biscuit. This is going to be a base that's going to be going to have a generator. Well, it's going to have gravity on it. How am I going to, how do I want to go about this? It's not going to be nearly as big as this one. It just needs to be functional. Do this. I want to go to make this a cylinder, maybe. Probably do that. Yeah, let's go with that. That's what I'm gonna do. Cylinder style. Oh, like this. Okay. Then we do this real quick. I'm also going for the idea that we're just going to leave the previous base there. I'm not going to take it apart. Mostly just kind of as an example of that we've made progress in understanding the game. I'm also making it 3 blocks tall just so that we can put fill it with things. This is just going to be the first section of the base here. Making sure that got everything lined up, because last thing I want to find out is I've screwed up. No, let me do this. Like that. That. Block. Block. Block.
As you wish. Unable to comply.
Oh my god. There we go. Okay. Go block. Rotate. Do this. Then that. 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 Do this. That. Okay. And then that. I'm also thinking about the top part of this thing being like a 45-degree angle slant. And having like windows up there. And then we're going to have to make a whole bunch of docking areas nearby to put all of our CVs and our ships onto. So the dry docks. So in a way, this is supposed to turn into our dry docks eventually here. It's going to be more of like a dry dock construction module kind of a place, really. I was going to probably do something like this. We'll put a placeholder for stairs here. We'll put stairs that go up into other areas. Like that. So that will be up and down. Also put a couple of lights to work with. I'm also going to try and make myself a surface base. Also. Let's see here. Yeah, probably make a couple of stairs. Oh, wood stairs. Airtight? No. False. False. Okay. Let's see here. Get lights. Six of them. No, 8. Get 8 of them made. Get the elevators. Let's get 16 of them made. Okay, we got some solar panels somewhere. Yep, I do have the large solar panels. Solar panel blocks. Drop those on board this new space station. Need a sort of battery made. Then we'll slowly start moving over all the parts from here over to the new place. Where's our gravity generator? Did we make one? I don't think we have. Well, we made one for their vehicle. Oh, there's one. Okay, grab you, grab you. I need a power storage. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, make a couple of these to be able to outweigh 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Mainly this room is just going to be a hub area for now. Trying to make something that's easier to get around in, but also a little bit more visually pleasing to the eye. Because right now, it doesn't look great. Grab you, grab you, you, grab you, you. solar panels. Are my windows? But yeah, we're trying to improve our living situation. What we're trying to do right now. Right now, our current structure, after moving around it for a little while, it's not very easy to move around in the structure. We're gonna make something that is gonna use gravity, so that we can go and, you know, easily move around. Something like this instead. Okay. 15 solar panels. Zonal. Do something like this. Do that. That real quick. Okay. Elevator blocks. Do this real quick. Turn on power real quick. Let's see. Not corner light. Do something like this. There. Need windows on this thing too. That real quick. Oh shoot. Got a whole bunch of these solar panels are on the other side that absolutely have no use other than just being there. Yeah, that's because of the mirror mode. Okay. You are just floating on space, so that's not a good spot either. Okay. You are charging though. Here, I'll probably put it right here for now. Check our power usage. Yeah, current output. Good. I need windows. Need a lot of windows. Windows, steel plates. Combat steel. Concrete. Ventilation, oxygen. Grab all the windows off of the side of this building, off the bottom part that we haven't opened up yet. Yeah, because I'm trying. I'm redoing this for the sake of our wrong side. Probably this side that's closed off still. Yeah, it's down here. From here down. It is sad that we're going to be doing this, but currently right now the structure no longer reflects our ability. Also, I want to just make something a lot better. I figured out a better way of being able to make this base. Something that we can expand as we need it, rather than trying to make a base that we don't, with a whole bunch of things that we don't need in it. Let's see here. How do we want to go about this? I do know that I want to have the large slope. Oh my god. Doing this wholly wrong. Okay, let's try this again. Green. There we go. Holy crap. Brain's not kicking in today. There we go. We just do 1 by 1 slope. And we do a 2 by 2 slope. There. I mean, 1 by 2 slope. Yeah. Stuff things. Do this. Oh, Too bad I don't have a 1x3. 1x3 would be nice. Can't click and drag these. Okay. Trying to enclose all this. Also, having a structure this big and trying to texture it, after building, after working on the destroyer, I realized, oh, yeah, this is going to take forever to texture. So with that in mind, with that as, being an issue. Don't need that many. Yeah. So with that being an issue, I'm just going to X this station out. And we're going to make something that's a little bit more like that's a little bit more designed for docking ports, for docking tons of ships. Because if we're going to be making tons of ships, we're going to need the space to have said ships. So we're going to make something that's a little bit more like a spaceport rather than a station. Let me do something like that, yeah. Do this real quick. So how are we going to go about this? Probably on either side, maybe. Like right here. Currently trying to figure out placement of elevators. Probably one on either side. Relatively distanced away from the center here. Yeah, that's what we can do. And then we'll move those blocks. We can go down. This is going to be the central core. And we'll just, rather than just making the entirety of the, which we now know what the maximum height is, what we're going to do is we're going to just expand pieces at a time rather than just all at once, like we did over there. Yeah. Yeah. And move that generator to somewhere a little bit better. But for now, it's just going to be here. Trying to organize this better. I'm also going to try and figure out how to make a dome. Or at least some sort of a farming area on this thing. But until we get this one up and running, we're not going to shut down our previous one yet. Nope, not that. Like that. Yeah, I'm gonna do this real quick. Not the gun. Trying to get this. The windows. Oh, god damn it. Lined up. And get the windows lined up correctly so that they're not all weird and stuff. There we go. Then we do this. Now we're gonna have to change that a little bit. There. We do this. Okay. That portion is been enclosed. Do that real quick. And we start filling in all this. Yeah. Right, you can't do that. There. And then we do this again. Yeah, make sure it's not gonna look all weird. Okay, and, there we go. That works. Yeah. That works fine. And right here. Up we go. There. Okay. Glass cylinder on that side, glass cylinder on the other side. Okay. Windows, regular windows. Need more windows. Yeah, need more windows. Trying to figure out how I could do that. Trying to come up with a good way of finish, putting a top to this thing. Do that real quick. Also trying to figure out a good way of making this station essentially to move around in this thing, where everything's going to be placed, because I'll also figure out an entrance, get into this area. We can turn you off now. Maybe I'll make the top now, rather than going through this process of do this. No, plant side. Plant side will be the bottom of it. So we'll do something like this. Be like this. Faced outward. Do this. And from here, I can either do angled slope like that, or slope like that. Hmm. What would be your one by one? Got this kind of angle. We got that kind of angle. Something like that, maybe. Corner edge. Corner. What is this? Gotta figure out shapes here. Rounded side. Where are you? That's flat to rounded. Connector B. Okay, then that's rounded to flat. Okay. L shape. Okay. Connector B. Thin corner. Something like that. Something like that. Huh. Yes. Do this a little bit differently. So that's the case. So I'll make this instead. Fill out the shape first with blocks. Do this instead. And we make cutoff part. We might not even be able to. Yeah, we might not be even able to, so we're gonna have to let's see here. There. That's not gonna work. Okay, I need a light. Okay. I don't think I have a shape for that. Yeah, I don't think there is a shape for that. No. Oh. Yeah, that doesn't seem Yeah, there's no shape for that. There's no shape at all for that. Okay. Well, there's no way to make a cut off, a slanted cylinder like that. That shape is not possible in this game right now. Okay, so what can we do as a topper for this? What can we do? If that's not possible, what is? Ugh. Okay, what can we top you with? Window. Hardened steel. Let's see here. Probably something like this. Around the corner. Maybe we should start out in the corners first. What I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to figure out a dome. Just a dome. Trying to make something that looks like a dome. That goes completely up to a point, or at least close enough to a point. And we'll just... How are you gonna go? Like this real quick. Ah. This. Maybe? Or this. Oh, something like this. Yeah. We do something like this, maybe. Ah, like that. Yeah, that will go over well. Holy moly. Holy moly, what have I done? Do that. There. Okay. this part up here. Do that. Oh, we're so close. There we go. There's right here. Oh, wait. So fucking close. So close. Oh, so close. That's the problem. Right there. Because of this elongated. It's because we made an oval. So we can make a dome. It's just this top part of the hexagon right there. There's no piece for that. It needs to be a perfect cylinder rather than an elongated cylinder like we just made. Huh. Oh, yeah, we have nothing that can fill that spot. Okay. So, with that being the case, we're gonna have to just make a dome up here and then just have the extra elongated parts just be flat. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm just gonna go with it. Yeah. So then we'll do this. Just have to go with this for now. Just repeating what was over there. Dun, 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 dun. These will also be... I'll put doors on here later. Oh, for... Why you no do what I want you to? There. We're just putting this thing up here. Corner. Yeah. That up here. Put that up here. Gonna do this for the top. And that'll give me a place to kind of just Lantern. Probably do put a lantern there. Do something like this. Okay. Try to make this lit up a little bit. Yeah, that'll just be the top for now. There we got that kind of light right there. Strip corner light. Just regular light. Something like that. That'll work. There's actually going to be a bunch of lights on this thing. Lights, blinking lights, stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, we don't need heavy windows on this thing. Make a bunch of those. That's interesting. Okay. Base, please. I have solar panels. I got blocks. Okay. No armored ones, please. Okay. Just go there. We'll put hardened steel blocks. Chair. I hate that you have to wait for the sound effect. It would be so much better if we could just click it multiple times until it's full, and then it just does a short, very, very, very short sound effect. Just shh, 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 and that's it. And for eating, it's just crunch, crunch, crunch. There you go. Okay. Finish off the hopper here. Really quickly. Really quickly. Get it just right. And the very top. Okay. Not as much of a dome as I wanted it to be, but better than nothing. And what we're going to do here, move both sides here. That's going to be doors. Top and bottom. So let's go get ourselves some doors. Doors. I need doors. Doors, doors, doors. Doors. No doors. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Rather than a station, it's going to be more of a complex. There. There we go. Check out power levels, 10%. Very, very slow. We haven't added all of the solar panels to this section of the base. And we have to figure out a good way of being able to get up to that section. Kind of just there for decoration here, temporarily. How are we gonna do that? I want to go this way though. We're gonna have to move the solar panels anyway afterwards, so. Gotta figure out a good way of doing this. Maybe. From you. That seems to be my biggest trouble with a lot of my designs, is trying to find transition points where you take one shape, you turn it into a different shape, all smooth like. That seems to be my problem. Let's see here. Let's just start out just start out with what we have to work with here. There's the bottom of one elevator shaft. Here's the bottom of the other elevator shaft. Oh, that's the case. Probably do something like this, maybe. Corner long. Something like this. Do something like this, maybe. And if we do something like this. We do something like this. And we do this. So that's the bottom of that, maybe. Do that. Might be able to do something like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That would do something like this. Like that. Where these kind of go off. They split off like this. And then we have it goes off into several different sections. And that will be enclosed, but like that. We would take the elevator up to get to that part. And we come down here, take these tunnels to different sections of the station. That could work. Maybe. And then we could have like a section, a sectional, like a gap in between where we could put the solar panels. That's what I'm trying to do. I was trying to, kind of like what the Hubble telescope has, where it's got the cylinder in the center and it's got the 2 giant solar panels on the side. That's what I'm trying to I'm thinking about. It's like we'll have the cylinder section, then we'll have solar panels on the parts that connect the other parts of the station. That's what I'm thinking. Where you start connecting into things like the farm and stuff like that. In fact, if we want to make a large farm, if we want to make an incredibly large farm, we might have it be a separate building section. Grab you. Grab you. Trying to think of efficiency here, and also small enough to where in later playthroughs I can just spawn in the entire structure when I have these supplies. I'm also trying to figure out how to add in the docking areas and stuff like that. Let's do something like this. That part can be connected. I just want the round parts to look like they're tunnels, but they're not. Well, technically they are, but those are elevator shafts down. Do this real quick. Oh, yeah, that's right. Not a perfect cylinder above my head. That's not a perfect cylinder. Yeah. Do something like this. We'll open it up a little bit in this section of it. Okay, let's see here. So, something like this. Right here. Like that. Nope, wrong. Wrong. There. Like that. And right there. That's what I was trying to do. Right there. Right there. Right there. And right there. Then we could do this. Right there. And right there. And right there. And right there. And that will be that right there. And do something like this. And I want it to look like it's part of the center structure here. There. You don't need this area to be that open. Only not going to be a room, it's just corridors. There. These are corridors that allow us to get to other parts of the station. And we'll do this. Probably something like this. There. There we go. Technically the center of the station. We'll do something like this, maybe. Here. Yeah, that'll work. That's the solar panel. Then you got that way. You got the elevators right there. And you got the outside of it right there. Yeah, that'll work out just fine. Yeah. Let's do this real quick. We'll do this. So these are how many blocks wide? 3 blocks wide. Okay. So I need one section, and then that's a gap. Then we'll do 1, 2, 3. Another gap. So I'm just making where the solar panels will end up on the tunnels. That gets us to the other parts of the station. I'll probably put windows on. So 1, 2, 3. Another one. Okay. We'll just copy that. Oh, great, lovely. blocks again. We'll do this real quick so we have one side pretty much set up for us. Do this. Horizontal. There we go. Perfect. Do this real quick. Reach down. There we go. I want them to be evenly spaced. There we go. One. We do that. As you can see what I'm trying to do. Okay. Oh, I completely missed 2 right there. Right there. And then we'll remove those solar panels. This should look a little bit more like a space station. Those off. We need food. Yeah. Make something that's a little easier to maneuver around in. The whole point of making this new station. Something that's a little bit easier to get around in. Right now, the ability to move inside our station is kind of it's fast, but we keep bumping into things. Medium armor, medium armor, medium armor, light armor. Mm-hmm. But yeah, currently right now, just trying to figure out. Right now, it's all about trying to make something that is reusable for hardcore. Something that's not so incredibly large, but reusable. So get rid of you, and you. Yeah. Okay, that's way better. Windows, solar panels. So 5 there. On that section. Windows, stairs. Yeah. One thing I gotta figure out is how I'm gonna the docking areas and also the dry dock for CVs. Which will also help define later designs, because if I figure out how the docking area is going to be set up, especially for CVs and their dry docks, then I can line up hatches with the docking area. Oh wait. And then I could just whatever ships I build in the future, I can just go to land them, and all the doors will be lined up for them. So all I have to do is just dock and step off of my ship. Okay, good. Want to get that side situated. Or cell panel 2. Okay. Page down 1. Drop it there. And we can add 1, 2. So 10 solar panels right here. What the fuck's it?
Wow.
Wow, indeed. Okay. There we go. That's 10 solar panels right there. Well, looks a little bit more like a station. You just need to make something that is functional as a station with all the things that we need. What do we got in terms of power right now? Okay, so power's going up. Batteries are being filled. That's good. Size is going to be a lot smaller. 50 meters. But we haven't put on all of the modules here. Have to figure out also the flow of the station. Gotta figure out the docking areas, and then proceeding from the docking areas to everywhere I need to go without having to have too much issue. That's what these areas are supposed to be. Supposed to go into the areas that are important. Things like food, first aid, construction areas. is kind of right now. That's where all the important bits are. That's the case. Grab a bit of blocks here. Yeah. Try to make an improvement here. Yeah. Trying to make it efficient. An efficient base. Base that's a little bit more adaptable and easy to move around in. Okay. I'll do this. Top and bottom. I could put windows on that. I could. Because this one does have gravity on it, so. Let's just get the tunnels made here first. Okay, so it's just repeating 1, then 3, then 1. And like that. There we go. And block on top, block on bottom. There we go. Wait. 2 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. Ah, off by 1. you know, equal distance and all. Okay. Because unlike that part is supposed to be, we want the cross pattern to begin now, right there. Yeah. So we got the 2 right there. So we're going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 blocks out. There we go. Okay, I'm thinking probably the docking areas will probably be on the solar panel sides. And we'll start out with the SV docking areas, and then we'll move on to the capital ship docking areas. Since we're not really exactly caring too much about things like construction and storage and stuff like that yet, I just want to figure out, you know, docking options, and then from there, then we'll figure out things like storage and all that. After playing this game for a while, I'm starting to get an idea of how I play, so I just want to make something that I can easily maneuver around in. I'm just taking this opportunity to I'm using, this was going to be a giant, you know, the hotel, the space station. Now that we're not going to be really using our giant station anymore, due to, you know, due to the fact that we're going to be focusing more on spaceships, changes the purpose of a station that we need. And that is, we need something that's expandable that can have a lot of docking areas. Okay, I've got 27 multi-tool charges, so pretty good. What are we doing? 95. This will also, you know, limit the amount of times we go onto the planet. We can spend more time building and less time going and getting steel plates. But this particular station has, well, for the most part, achieved its main purpose, and that is figuring out what the maximum height, the maximum build width height is. So we can make something pretty massive without having to worry about running out of room. Now the goal is just make something that's repeatable and usable, because that as a blueprint is just not reasonable. It's not a reasonable way. Okay. Not exactly a reasonable station. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna make a landing area? Hmm. Because I don't want something basic like I have over there, where it's just a flat piece of metal. How are we going to do this? I need something that's repeatable. Something I can just kind of mimic, and it will also look good that way. Because a simple option is just make up, straight up squares. And this is similar to what I was going to do over there, but just, smaller. What could we do? Well, let's first do this. Since this is gonna be mirrored anyway. Do XY? Yeah, let's go XY. Because we're gonna be going that direction instead. Oh. How big do I want you? Do something like this. Maybe maximum size. Then this way. And then this way. Oh, come on, game. Try that again. Maximum drag length. There. Okay. So we could probably do something like this. Do that. And okay. Good. And I'm also trying to design this in such fashion to where I can put repair bays. I have multiple repair bays on this thing, so that when I land in SV, it can be repaired if need be. Do something like this, 3 by 3, like that. Oh. So that will be where the repair block will go. And I will do that on the other side too. So right now, technically, the way we have it out is there's going to be 4 docking areas, 4 SV docking areas, 8 if you consider it double-decker, which we probably will do, where you're able to dock upside down also. I'll have to figure out how to best do that in a gravity environment. Though we'll have to make sure not to make it too tall. If we make it too tall, then we won't be able to dock on the ships that we dock on the underside of this thing. So we're kind of, essentially what we're doing is we're going from fake docked ships, so ships that are fake, that are docked to the side of this thing, to real ships docked on a station. This will also allow me to be able to have smaller area of making more ships rather than having to maintain oxygen on a giant space station. We still have, oh, I think we do. Oh, that actually will work out way better. We'll do that. And 96 more blocks. The reclaimer. We're gonna have to probably gonna use my reclaimer to start grabbing blocks off of the station, because I've still got that multi-turret located on the bottom of it. trying to figure out the size of the landing pad here. And I'm wanting the roofs to be hangar doors, clamshell hangar doors. So I'm going to put two of the doors right next to each other, so it makes this giant opening, and when they get close, it'll open up like that. Which means I'm going to need 16 of them. Take care of that. I'll go make 16 hangar doors. Let's see. Hangar doors. 16. There. 16 hangar doors. Okay, so let's see here. Check out sizes here. How big are these doors? This is going to define 10 by 5, 10 by 5. So that seems to be a reasonable size for 1/2. So that would create a hole that's 10 by 10. And that is a 7. Okay. Yeah, that kind of. Let's see here. 9 by 5. That's actually going to work out just fine, actually. Wait, no. 10 by 5. We have a 7 by 5, 6 by 3, 7 by 5. Hmm. 13 by 7, 10 by 9. Okay. 10 by 5, 9 by 5. Okay, so we may have to go a little bit wider in order to get these kind of hangar doors to work. Okay. Which we can do. I'll deal with that. So what we'll do is we'll probably have to make this center right here. 1, 2, 3. I think 3 high should be more than enough for an SV. Yeah, that should be more than enough. So put you right here. Hangar doors right there. Okay. Do this. there. There. Right there. Right there. That's one half. Then I get the other half. We have to do that 8 times. And we need to enclose it on both sides. I don't think we're gonna have enough steel, maybe. Oh wait, I did take apart some combat steel, so we probably have some steel in the deconstructor right now. We do. Drop those in here. We got 11 of those. We'll have to do it on the bottom also. 3 blocks tall gives me enough space to be able to, well, enough distance so that I can still dock on the bottom part and be able to, yeah. So I think it was like 9 by 5 or 10 by 5. Wait. Yeah, 10 by 5. Nope, it was 9 by 5. Never mind. Yeah. Nine by 5. Rotate. There. There we go. There's the top of the first 2 landing zones. So that when we go to dock, it does that. That should give us enough room to and land. Yeah, right there. Mark that. I'll drop that down. As the center. Need to mark where the repair block is going to be underneath that one. The dry docks have to be able to fit that thing when we're completed with it. Once we're done with the destroyer, at least the front half of the front half of that ship needs to be able to dock inside the dry docks. So we're going to have several different versions of dry dock for everything from Corvette sized like this one It was off. To large, giant military capital ship sized. Wait, what? Why are the thrusters? That should not have turned off all thrusters. That switch should have only turned off the landing thrusters. That makes... That was weird. Back up. Back up, back up. Back up. Backing up. Keep backing up. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Yep. No. Okay. Okay, we still got that. Where is it? Multi-turret still on. Of course. Okay. There. Let's go find out where they got ejected into. Where? Ejected. Where did they get ejected? I don't see it. I don't see the ejected blocks. I see no ejected blocks. I don't see any containers floating on space. Okay. Note to self. If you don't have a harvesting block and you're on a CV, they seem to get deleted rather than something else. Something dark side. Okay. Access multi-turret. Okay, there we go. This will allow us to tear this apart fairly quickly. This is just a giant block of hardened steel that we never exactly finished, and I don't 100% like the look of it. We're going to take this opportunity to cannibalize it. Use this block to make our better, new and improved space station. Also, I'm kind of just making this new space station mostly so that I can take a break from the destroyer for a little while. Allow my brain to kind of process what I've made and try and come up with some new ideas for where we can go with the design of this thing. this idea I did have for this particular quote-unquote hotel, I'm gonna have to kind of repurpose and try something else. Which I could probably make it a ground base idea. I do need to make a ground base somewhere. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Figure out the reason why the switch don't work. Map here. Okay, that works. So why don't you turn you off? Okay. It works now. Okay, that's weird. Let's double check to see if it worked as intended. Yeah, that's odd. Okay. It's giving us 400 blocks to work with. We might be able to finish the docking stations. Then we could just dock our defectors and our small pods on board this thing. Let's see here. Okay. Now we'll drop that there. Yeah. That being the case here, I need to figure out the other side. We're lined up with that, so I need to make two, three. Yeah. Something similar in size, yes. Right there. Yes, okay. And we do this, the other side. Okay. Nice. Okay, good. Yeah, we'll remain. Leave one block. Remind me where the repair bay is going to be located. I'm also going to have to put like a stairs on the bottom part to go up, so that we can get to that part. So we'll do this here real quick. Make sure that get 2 blocks in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, put you down here. Up you there. Make sure it's lined up. Yeah. And then opposite side. There we go. There we go. Go get more blocks. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum. Bum ba-dum ba-dum bum. Let's see. Amps. That's right. These. Those 5x9s or 9x5s. 9x5s, which will make it a 9x10 opening in the docking areas. Oh, drop this over here. Number 5. There we go. There we go. Oh, I was off by 2. Shit. Oh well. Okay. Okay. There we go. This is gonna look pretty sweet. It's gonna give us a lot of room to be able to make more, SVs. Have multiple ships available to us. And then we have to do something similar, but on a surface, on a planet. So that we can land whatever ship we have into a enclosed space that can be defended. Especially on certain planets, as we've discovered. I need 2 more. Oh. Yeah. Make 2 more. I think that's all we need. Then we gotta figure out these parts right there. I'm gonna have a separate base module that's just gonna be furnaces. So we'll have something nearby that we jetpack to, and we'll use that as a way of making a lot of ingots really fast. Okay. There we go. There we are with 8. We have 8 docking areas on both sides of the station. Now we just need to fill it in, make it airtight. Tight. There we go. That'll work out just fine. Okay. Each bay is going to be 3 blocks tall. The bottom part is going to be slightly different than the top. Also because it's gravity, so we need stairs. But we need them. Saw an issue here. We have to have 3 blocks width because of here. So we're gonna have to shift all of this out 1 more block. Okay. So 1 more block over. Okay. We can remove you, remove you, remove you, and you. And we're gonna have to remove this. Do it on the other side too. This is why I kind of sketched it out with the doors already in place so that we didn't get too far into this. And then find ourselves having to move all these blocks around after we're finished. There we go. Okay, 9 by 5. Come on. Come on. Okay, come on. No, thank you. Really? One of those kind of blocks. Okay. Kind of blocks where it requires you to be absolutely dead on, pointing at where you want it to go. Okay. That being the case. Oh, wait. There. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this 1, 2. So I can do this right here. Sure. Do this. And then rotate right there. Okay, so there should be 3 blocks width. Yep, that's correct. Replace these blocks. Yeah. There. Okay. That should be correct now. Yes, 3 blocks wide. Good. Okay. There we go. And there we go. Okay. Now, I'm not quite sure if when it comes to the repair blocks, if they can be above and below. This is where we're going to find out. I'm thinking probably having gaps on either side just so that we can, 1, look down, and 2, so that if we have anything that has wings, we can see them. So we'll know that there's something currently docked there. Okay. And that's the beginnings of the docking area. Opening them up. We'll have the closed side and the open side. One thing I wish I could do is I could have a switch where it detects if there's something currently, like a ship currently docked, so that if there's a ship docked, it closes, it stays closed, and if it's available, it stays open. So we'll have these, like, so that we could see like force fields, like, oh, there's an open docking port right there, and then we dock right there, so that we could see at a glance what's available and what's not available. Yeah. Other way. One. Oop. Up we go. Go to here. Go to there. Okay. Up. Sure that we space. Okay. Multi-turret. Axis. Okay, and right there. Grab what we can. Grab what we can. I'm just gonna check to make sure. Okay. Yeah. Just making sure that my my browser didn't freeze on me. But whatever. This is going to be probably the very first base blueprint that we're going to be making. Well, one that we'll actually use. So that you all know, the reason I'm going through this process of building them in survival and all that kind of stuff is mostly because it helps me learn the game a lot better. And also, these blueprints that we're developing currently in regular survival, I'm going to be using in hardcore. So I'm trying to go through, like, you know, it's almost like testing, kind of like a dry run that we're doing right now. It's only my second playthrough. The first playthrough is just to learn all the parts and how they work, how to make a spaceship, how to make a base, all that kind of stuff. Now it's just trying to develop designs that I can just grab the blueprints for. It's like, well, what do we need right now? Oh, we need a transport ship. And then I can just grab a blueprint for the transport ship that we've made from this playthrough and use it in the hardcore playthrough. So we can spend as little time, you know, building fundamental stuff and more time, you know, having fun making outrageous designs in a game mode that we could die at any moment and lose everything. So also, we'll probably have several different types of bases and also ships, depending on the type of planet. Like if it's a high gravity planet, then we'll have like a special transport ship or SV that can get on and off of a heavy gravity planet. Having transport ships that can get a hovercraft onto those kind of planets also. Right now, the ships that I've made so far could probably get on and off anything that's like, you know, Earth, you know, 1G or lower. But we need to have like a transport ship that can get off of a planet that has like more than 1G. There we go. Okay, we'll call that good for now. And we'll go down, get ourselves something to eat. We need oxygen also. Grab some off the transport. Have any spare food? We do have this stuff. Emergency rations. Food 500. No. We'll save those. Those are extremely valuable and extremely hard to make. At least right now. We're gonna get the blocks later, but first things first, food. So we don't die. Dying would be bad. Yeah, barely give us anything. There. Once we get the docking done, now we need to have a farming area. Somewhere on the station. I'm looking at its location and the fact that I'm gonna have to move around on this thing. Can be somewhere a little bit more secluded than the others. 700. I want to have a farm that's large enough to where we don't have to worry about, food at all. I mean, we've currently got a farm that's big enough to where whenever we need to eat, we have the supplies in order to eat. But I want to be able to start like stockpiling food. And in order for that to happen, we have to have a pretty large farm. I also don't want to have to walk around too much on my station. I want these all to be kind of relatively close together. Okay. Not there. Right there. Yeah. There we go. Okay. We could put an elevator right there. Probably what I'm gonna do. Put an elevator there. Probably good. So we can extend later. So we can make another one of these on either side. Okay, so let's see. Do I want to stop here or further out? 'Tis the question. Probably just do here. Do something like that. On all four sides. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Sounds like a good idea. There we go. Ink. Yeah, that'll work. There. Yeah, that's working out pretty nice. Okay. There you go. I'll put an elevator, probably 2 elevators. Yeah, 2 elevators. Probably put one. Probably one right here. 2 blocks in, and we'll put another 2 block in right there. Elevator, elevator. We can get to the bottom section of our. Yeah, we can get to the bottom part. Yeah, that sounds good. And the other ships will be reverse, docked upside down here on the station. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There we go. Okay. Now let's see here. Do something like this right here. I want to put storage, or at least what looks like storage, on the sides here, so that when we make short trips to the Earth, to our starting planet, and we bring us SV, we can just kind of dock it, unload it, and then just load them up here. Yeah. Oh sh. Blur, 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 blur. Okay. Let's rewind. Let's try that again. Just getting ahead of myself. No. Let's do like that. Trying to make this thing look similar slightly. What do we do over here? Oh yeah, angle block. 45-degree angle block right here. All the way down. Okay. I want to keep it open to where I can see the station from here, but how can we do that while still having storage areas? Probably do it like this, maybe. That. Right there, right there, right there, right there. And then do something like this. I'll do this. That'll work. So it looks a little interesting. Something interesting to look at. Okay. No, right there then. There, right there. Try that again. And there, right there. Okay. And we'll do something similar on the other side. Oh. Oh, Windows. Nice. That'll work. So that when we're in here. Yeah, that works. And then what I'll do is I'll have like storage like separated out so that we can still see through the window, but there's also storage there. So. Or I might repeat that same design on all four sides. Yeah. I like it. Let's go with that. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Get that. Okay. multi-turret. There it is. Well, at least the laser's back. I need that laser to help let me know if it's working or not, other than the sound effect. Okay. Be really careful not to hit the station with all the oxygen in it. I'm going to need that oxygen later. Hey! That's Pride with 8 months in a row. Thank you for the rescribe. Hopefully your day is going well. Got a horrible headache. Oh man. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully your day gets a little better. Okay. Just kind of grazing the side of the station here. There we go. That's something stupid I see on, oh, Facebook. Yeah. Yay, Facebook. All we can do is just make sure that that kind of stuff doesn't, we don't get carried away with it. All we can do. Besides that, going decent. Oh, that's good. Mm-hmm. Dun, 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 dun. Mm. Meow, 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 meow. There we go. It should. Well, it's not complete over on the side. Okay. We will have to make glass then. Looks like demoed the old one. Yeah, well, we're starting to demo the old one. After thinking about it, I realized that the amount of material I put into the station and how little of it we actually utilize. I'm just like, okay, we're just gonna have to, tear it apart and make something a little bit more compact and a little bit more we're using more of it. And also because we're making more spaceships than buildings, we're going to need a lot of docking area. So this one's going to be mainly docking. It's going to have a little bit of living space, a little bit of construction space, a little bit of first aid area, but it's going to be mostly docking. So just so we can have all of our SVs, all of our CVs kind of just all docked to this massive structure. And we'll just have it to where we add more to it as we need it. From a distance, there are like 5 people. It might be good for that many people. Yeah. Yeah, this giant station, it really has no other use other than just being a giant pillar in space. So Plus, I need to start working on making a station that I could bring into other playthroughs. Because that thing, I mean, one, it won't save a blueprint because it's just too large. This, you know, it's a class 12 and the maximum is a class 10, so I can't even save it as a blueprint. So we're just going to have to go with making a station that's a little bit smaller, but a little bit more useful. And that's what I'm making right now. I'm making a station that's a little bit more kind of like we can use it on other playthroughs, like our hardcore playthrough that I'm eventually gonna go and do. And so far, we've pretty much quadrupled, well, octupled our docking capabilities from our previous, our old station. Our old station only had, what, one docking station? That was double decker. So we went from 2 to 8. So. So we went from 2 to 8. So that's a pretty significant jump. Let's see here. Drop you there. I said drop you there. There. A lot to do on this than Minecraft. I haven't given a full chance to play it yet. Yeah, this is it is definitely kept my interest a lot longer than Minecraft. Because with Minecraft, it's just like you make a house and that's it. At least for me it is. This one, I mean, I'm able to make like spaceships and then fly said spaceships. And then once you make a bunch of spaceships, then you're tasked with the problem of, well, where do you put all these spaceships? You can't just have them strewn upon the ground everywhere. So that's what I'm trying to solve right now. It's like, I'm going to have a ton of spaceships being made here soon, and I need a place to put them. Been busy with RimWorld at the moment. It was Warframe, I think I did with RuneScape. I just gotta cancel my sub. If I gonna play that, go WoW. Oh yeah, going to WoW. Yeah. That's the downside to MMOs, is that as soon as you get invested in one, it's really hard to go to another one. You're pretty much just kind of like, you're so invested into one, it's really hard to change. I'll do this. Hey Nick. The everything pre-release had to offer on this game, go wait about 2 years for full release and some DD sales, then go back to it. Yeah, this particular game is still in early alpha, and this game can change dramatically. That's why if I'm going to make a viewer server, So a server that is open to everybody here, I'm going to wait until the beta before I do that. Loved Empyrion? Yeah. Gotta play it some. Otherwise, the devs may think it's dead, though. Yeah. That's why I'm still playing the game. I don't want them to think that there's no interest for it, and then they give up on it. It's like, no, 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 no. I'm playing it. Playing it, and I'm loving it. But that's good to hear that other people like it too, because there's just something about a space game. Just what was in the recent patch? The recent patch added retractable landing gear, retractable turrets. So let me go right here. So they added retractable turrets and retractable landing gear, and they also added blinking lights to the game. So all the tool turrets, all the gun turrets, they all retract into a 1x3 block. 1x3x3 block. They also add sentry guns. So those guns you see mounted on the walls in certain points of interest, the players have them now. We have our own version of them. They also added a couple. They replaced some of the dinosaurs with actual aliens now. So the raptors are gone; they've been replaced. The triceratops are gone; they've been replaced by aliens. They've also added. They've moved around all the blueprints. Let's see here. They haven't added the ability to make better armor, but that's pretty good. Yeah, the place holding dinosaurs. Yeah, that they've started to replace them. So they started to add more. They've also added more points of interest to the game. They've added more aliens to, bipedal aliens that you find in stations. They added more of those. And so much for the Triceratops kill quest. Yep. Yeah, they added blinking lights. That's what's on my transport ship right now. You can see the blinking lights. Blink, blink, blink. So you see the blinking lights. Blink. More blinkings. Yeah, should try contacting Dev to pop in sometime, maybe. Maybe. I mean, I'd rather have them be busy trying to develop the game than joining some random streamer on the internet. Now, if they all of a sudden decide to go cruising around on Twitch and seeing who's playing their game, and then they come in here, then great. But I don't want to be an inconvenience for them. Make them feel like they have to come here. It's like, no, 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 no. Develop the game. Develop the game. That's what I want you to be doing. Develop the game. Work on the game. Work on the game. Okay, let's see here. Too hot. Nuh-uh. Bullshit. How's it gotta go? Enjoy your day. I ran the streamer, so I'm sure they like feedback. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't even know the first thing about contacting a developer out of the blue. I know of a couple of developers, not for this game, but locally, and they're pretty busy people. So I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good. Like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Let them do their thing. Let's see here. Windows. Probably could start deconstructing the bottom half of the station with the... yeah, we'll do that. Grab the reclaimer and start on the bottom edge. Start tearing that down so I have more blocks to complete the docking areas. But yeah, my first station I tried to make was trying to make it a 0G station, and unfortunately that doesn't exactly work out. Mostly because 0G isn't exactly supported. It is, but it isn't. I mean, a lot of the things in the game are designed to be done in a gravity environment. So the gravity generator is almost a requirement. So I'm going to do this, and then we'll rotate, start grabbing this part of the station. So this new station is going to be an improvement. Also, you know, this just gives me a reason to take a break from the destroyer I'm making. The NPCs are terrible at fighting in space, so my stations are refurbished stolen stations. Yeah. Right now there is no. The safest place to be in the game is space, because there's not like random attacks like there are on the surface of planets. On the surface planets, you'll occasionally get transports that will just spawn in and then start spawning dudes. So you have to have, you know, your defenses up when you are on the surface of a planet. That's why when it came to this run, I just went straight into space. I made myself a small little station and went from there. Okay. Those guys are cake too. Depends on depends on what kind of equipment you have at the time. I mean, depending on how early into your run you are, it could be easy or it could be extremely difficult and you die almost immediately. And it also depends on what they send you. I mean, if it's like really early game and you're in light and you just got your spacesuit and all you have is a tier 1 assault rifle and all of a sudden it spawns in rocket dudes, you're dead. You're just dead. Or if you go into a point of interest and you're in tight quarters and all you have is a pistol and then you get attacked by shotgun dudes, you're dead. So it really depends on what they throw at you. And in space, having a space station, it's a little bit more predictable what you'll be up against. Because whenever I'm going to a point of interest, the last thing I want to see is a rocket dude or a shotgun dude. The shotgun aliens and the shotgun aliens and the rocket and aliens are probably the worst thing I want to see. even in heavy armor, which is what I'm in right now. In my heavy armor, I can't take a rocket. Give me glass. I demand Windows. Not the operating system, actual Windows. I do love how No Man's Sky is basically a quest for more storage space when you can make anything completely out of storage containers. I think the scorpions are the worst. Yeah, the scorpions are pretty bad. Yeah, they're these they're these alien scorpions that like to hang out in abandoned reactors. That's what we did last stream. The last time I played this game, we tried to we were clearing out a abandoned reactor, and it was just crawling with those things. And boy, were they a pain in the ass. Always a pain in the ass. Eventually we're going to have to start making designs that can survive player versus player. But that's not going to be for a while. I'm still trying to make designs that can survive hardcore. A hardcore playthrough. And I'd rather, in a hardcore playthrough, I'd rather die because of my, due to my stupid decisions than to find out that I didn't design a ship correctly, and it had one huge weak spot. PvP, it'll melt your face? Yeah. 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 Yeah, a lot of the designs I'm making right now would not survive encounter in PvP. That's for sure. They which they've made PvP a little bit easier in the recent update. They got rid of being able to target the core. So when it comes to your ship and your devices, when it comes to your turrets, there's no such thing as targeting the core anymore. You can target, sub-targeting group, like NPCs, hover vessels, small vessels, capital ship bases, warp drive, turret, mounted weapons, thrusters, generators. You can't just target the core and just core someone right off the bat. Unless you're willing to, in a PvP fight, directly, stop your ship and load into a turret like I'm doing, and then just target their core if you know where it is. But it won't auto-target anymore. So they made it a little bit easier for people to PvP without, immediately dying right at the very beginning of the fight. Okay, I think that's good. Good enough for now. Good enough for government work. Okay. Grab all the windows and the blocks. Bunch of stairs now. And decoration. There's going to be a ton of windows we're going to be taking off of this thing, but that's a good thing. Yeah, as soon as we get this all taken down, that's the destroyer we're making. We're taking a break from it for a little while, so I can figure out how to best figure out the bottom part of this thing in that midsection right here. We're trying to make the outside of it first, and then moving into the inside, but this is going to be our largest ship to date. Pop in, say hi. It's 1 a.m. for me. Good night. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Yeah, I'm enjoying the game. Giving me a lot to do. There's a never-ending list of things that needs to be accomplished in this game. I just have to constantly sit there and go, okay, I've made a big ship, now let's make a bigger ship. Once we get to the battle cruiser, though, we got this giant battle cruiser I'm going to make. Once we get to that point, then I'm thinking probably we're going to hit a point of, okay, well, let's start another run. Mm-hmm. There we go. Then we'll do something like this. Right, yeah. That'll work. Nice. Yeah, these will work out just fine. Soon. There we go. Okay. Wait, there we go. There we go. There's all the windows we just gathered. Been completely used up. Yeah, that looks nice. It doesn't, the outsides don't look like they're just boxes. Yeah, that works out nice. Okay. Okay. Still have to make the dry docks. Those dry docks are going to be... we're going to have to get inventive on how these things look like. I want them to be inspired by the ones from Star Trek, where you have that elongated hexagon strutting around the ship. But we need to make them big enough to where some pretty large ships can end up inside of it. Yeah, that's going to take a while to burn through, but now let's see here. Kind of just kind of sit there, I guess. I gotta put windows in these things too. Trying to make it to where I can easily navigate around here. Yeah. Go and get our... See if I can make a couple of the repair blocks. Hopefully they are double-sided and that they're not just one directional. If they can be double-sided, that would be great. That it detects anything above, to the side, maybe. Anything near them. That's the hope. And detect any structure near them. And be able to repair them that way. Even if I had made one and stored it somewhere. No, I don't think so. Let's see. Okay, no. Power coils. Zirconium, okay. We'll have to go and get a bunch of that stuff. Okay, that's what we're gonna have to do if we want to add those, so Okay. Just checking here. Looking at what I have available. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Right. Elevator blocks. So we can put the elevator blocks in place. Because we need those. 30 of them. No, 40. Because elevator blocks are going to be important for us for the station because of gravity. Okay. So we've pretty much got the docking areas figured out. We got 8. We've got 8 docking areas available to us. And I need to figure out what's in front and behind this thing. Probably want to put food on here and first aid, like we have on our old station. So we'll probably put like food on this side, maybe. Yeah. And what kind of a shape do I want for the farming area? My first instinct is just to put a giant dome on it. But that would be there would be a lot of wasted space doing that. Because we kind of did a dome up here. But we need a lot of surface area to be able to put plants. And also, we can't exactly do a quote-unquote dome. Exactly. We also have to figure out living quarters and stuff like that. So we can put a bed down. Because our old station didn't have a bed. We're gonna need one in here, so that we can, you know, at least maybe speed up time. I've never slept in space in this game, so I don't know if it's actually possible to do something like that. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Something we'll have to play around with. Because if we can speed up time, that'd be great, because then I could just start a whole bunch of construction work and then immediately, you know, fall asleep and speed it up. But part of me thinks it's a big old no on that. Elevator blocks. Let's see here. Turn on main power.
Okay, executing now.
I'm gonna move this over so that we can try out the docking areas. Turn off main power.
Acknowledged.
Oh yeah, I think that's big enough. That's just their smallest ship, so... And the defector is a little bit bigger than that. And if we happen to be making any SVs that are larger than the defector, or larger than the width of this opening, we'll just have to make a special docking area for that kind of that size of a ship. Hopefully, because of the gravity, it will allow me to farm in a specified direction. Or I'm going to have farms that are located on the ceiling. Why do you not light up? Why you no light up? Elevator. Check. No, we're fine. Why does that one not light up? Not quite sure why that one don't light up. This one does, that one doesn't. Me no get. Me no get, me no understand. But yeah, these ones will be, the bottom ones will have them either I'll make ships that either I'll make ships like normal and then I'll dock them upside down, or we'll have ships where the docking pads are the landing gears on the top of the ship and then we just kind of attach them top. Yeah, this one, I don't know what's up with that one. Just checking. And then we'll do this right here. Yeah, it'll work. Okay. It must be a graphical glitch. Oh, no. Not that. Oh, fuck. We'll just grab it and replace it. So we need a repair place right there. We'll have to put like a kind of like a panel. The console itself, we have to put that somewhere nearby so that it can detect all these repair spots. Probably have to go and get more glass here soon. Yeah, so I can fill in these back spots over here. And I think at that point it's airtight. Once we put the windows in, it will be airtight. And then we can start thinking about ventilation. Well, we have to put windows right there. Then we can think about ventilation. Okay. Everybody ever had that feeling where the number of things that need to be done just keep growing? This just seems to keep going and going and going and going. We'll put the orange lights and the caution graphics on the deck. There's so many things that need to be done all at the same time. It feels like they all have to be done at the same time. Well, we got all the time in the world, but still. And that's the station so far. We're gonna have landing areas. We have landing areas now. What we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to have food, first aid, living quarters, places to sleep. Possibly an armory. We're gonna have that's why I made 3 other base starters. We're going to have a foundry area. So the foundry is going to be its own self-contained thing, to where it's going to have its own solar panels and everything, and that's what we're going to use to make turn all this ore that we're going to need to go and get and turn it into iron plates, and then we can move the iron plates onto the station where we can turn it into all the things that we need to be able to make large builds like that destroyer over there. In fact, depending on how much we're going to need for... Once we finish this build, then we'll know how many iron ingots we're going to need. And then we'll figure out the length of this thing and the width and all that kind of stuff. And then we're going to figure out... Try and kind of math it, but not math it. Because the battle cruiser we're going to make for the last thing is going to be the length of the station. So this station right here is 514 meters long. The battle cruiser we're going to be making is going to be 500 some odd meters long. So we need to have the infrastructure in place in order for us to be able to make that amount of material. This destroyer is kind of like a dry run for the giant battle cruiser. Is 1, trying to push my ability to build things, and 2, to get a rough idea of how long a project like that is going to take. And also having the infrastructure in place to where we can go to the different planets, tear down all the points of interest, get all the deposits mined up, and have them on hand so that when we go to build this thing, we have all the equipment we need to just do it. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a large project, but it's gonna be awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here. I have to go to work in 10 minutes. So thank you all for hanging out with me. If you're new here, hit the follow button. I do a lot of survival games, but right now I've been just mainly playing this game, making spaceships and trying to become a lot better at it. And from the looks of that station right there, I'm definitely improving. Well, the looks of that station and this giant destroyer that we're making, I am improving. So, yeah. Get out of here. Go off to work. As much as I don't want to, I'm gonna have to. As much as I don't want to, I'm gonna have to. So, anyway. Thank you all. See you later. Stay alive out there. And don't drop your drink. See you later. Bye.